I am learning how to animate in Roblox in just 12 hours. Yeah, terrible idea. You see, I've never animated before and I really don't know what I'm doing, but by the end of this video, I need to make something that's actually good. So I gave myself one challenge: to go from this to this. No tutorial skipped, no excuses, and no quitting 10 minutes after the challenge starts. In addition, I gave myself 5 different tasks that I need to complete before the 12 hours ends. But with that, the challenge begins now. Oh wait, who started the timer already? So I do what everyone does, open up Roblox Studio, and immediately I realize how bad of an idea this was. In the years past, I have tried using the default animator and it's alright, but I want to use something that the pros use. Something advanced, something... Wait, $30? Yeah, I could have gotten a lot of things with that, but instead I bought Moon Animator. So be sure to hit that like button to take away the pain. But before we start our first animation, I need to learn how to use Moon Animator. So after going through YouTube for a good hour, I think I know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. But let's just start off with our first task, a walking animation. I mean, how hard can it be? So, genuinely, this looks terrible, but that's okay because I can try again. Wait, no, this looks worse. Yeah, obviously, I'm not good at this at all. In the first hour of this challenge, I was already getting stuck over just a simple walking animation. So I went back to YouTube to get some more knowledge. After watching some YouTube videos, I found a channel that could help me out a lot. This channel shows you the animations they make keyframe by keyframe. And after watching a couple of these, I got my motivation back and got back into it. Yeah, there we go. A little over the second hour of this challenge, I was able to complete task 1. But if I'm wanting to make something epic by the end of 12 hours, then I need to stay locked in. But you're probably wondering, why am I even doing this? Well, I recently made a game called Escape Tsunami for Noobs. And right now, the noobs look like this. Yeah, that's boring. So I need animations. Because if I can actually learn this, not only will my game look better, but my videos will go to the next level. So be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. So I realized by recreating an animation, I was able to learn a lot and get more comfortable with animating. But before I move on to the next task, have you ever wanted to add amazing models into your Roblox game but don't know how to use softwares like Blender? Well, we live in the big 26 and now you can use today's sponsor, Meshy AI. You can simply create an account, type in a prompt or upload an image and turn it into a 3D model in just a few minutes. For instance, I want Meshy to make me a palm tree. I gave it a prompt and a few minutes later I now have a good model. I can simply export this into Blender or Roblox Studio with ease. But now I want to show you what Meshy can really do. I want Meshy to make a pumpkin barbarian into a 3D model, and in just a few minutes it gave me this. Yo, that's actually kind of fire. And also on top of this, you can add animations to your models as well. If you want to check out Meshy for yourself, click the first link in the description. Anyway, let's move on to the next task, which is an idle animation. But if I'm going to be doing this, I need a reference. So I joined Grow a Garden, and while I was animating on my other monitor, I realized one of my subscribers joined and started staring at me and then walked away. Okay, but hey, at least we have a decent idle animation. That took longer than I thought it would, but that's okay because there's only 3 more tasks left and still 9 hours left to complete them. So let's move on to task number 3. For this next task, I want to make an animation of this rig jumping over a part. So let's get started. First, I need to make the rig jump, but it's not just as simple as moving the rig up. We first need to animate a pre-jump. You see, the pre-jump is when you bend your knees to prepare to jump. And okay, this isn't looking horrible so far, but now comes the hardest part in this animation. I had to carefully press R on my keyboard and very slowly, yeah, no, I'm just joking, I just moved the whole rig up. After doing that, I finished the landing animation and moved the part so where it looks like I'm jumping over something. Looking back on this actually looks pretty good for only a couple hours into animating. I was feeling pretty good about my animation skills, and I was about to start task 4 until I got a message from my friend to try out his new game, but it should only take a few minutes, right? I actually ended up spending over an hour. Then after that, I took a break and got some food, and now we only have 6 hours left of this challenge. Whoops. After getting back to my desk, I didn't know what to animate for task 4 and 5. But then I had this wonderful and genius idea to ask my Discord server for things to animate. This might be a bad idea, but let's just give it a shot. Alright, here goes nothing. It's only been 5 minutes and I'm already regretting this. Okay, tapping up isn't a bad idea, just a simple backflip. The rest of these were just some horrible ideas, so I'm just gonna stick with tapping up in a backflip. Now that we have the final 2 tasks laid out, let's just get straight into task 4. Alright, let's just import the rigs, make sure they're in correctly, and okay, let's just get started. So I got the first part of this done and it looks good, I think. So I figured out from a couple tutorials, if I press M on my keyboard, it smooths out the keyframes and it makes it look less choppy. So I did that for both of the rigs and it already looks a lot better, but that's what I think. Somebody else might think this is absolutely garbage. So I'm gonna call my friend Poxy and hopefully he thinks my animations are actually good. Yo. Dude, what was that laugh, bro?
The king is here.
Alright. So don't get your hopes up for like something insane.
Okay, how long's the animation?
It's literally just 2 seconds, bro.
Okay, I'm ready. So you... Well,
I mean,
it's not the worst. See, realistically, the potential is there. Like, honest feedback. I feel like when they dab up, they like slide a little weirdly, or their legs look too stiff, so it looks like they're sliding.
I see what you're saying now.
But actually, I expected it a little worse. Hey, I mean, you're learning.
That's what I get for asking my Discord, bro.
Yeah, what do you expect?
Well, at least it was honest feedback. But hearing somebody else rate my animations really humbled me and inspired me to make my animations look better and to take time with it. With that inspiration, I think I am ready to take on the final task of this challenge. For this final task, we're just going to make a simple backflip. But on this animation, I want to take my time on it and make this absolute cinema. So after looking at a few references, I went ahead and got started. When I started this animation, I had the vision of like a fighting style kind of backflip, so I might as well start with the legs. Okay, this doesn't look so bad. Then I gotta mess with the arms to give it more movement so it's not so stiff. Wait, no, this is looking horrible. Yeah, so far this animation is not going well at all. I had an idea on how I wanted to do the backflip to start, but I just didn't know how to make it work. So I decided to restart and try a different type of backflip. For some reason, I was having a hard time remembering to put the playhead forward before moving the rig, so this took a lot longer than I thought it would. But I'm actually liking how it's looking so far. But it would look a lot better if I just smoothed out these keyframes. And after spending a lot more time on this backflip, we now have this. With this task now finally complete, his challenge is now officially over. And on top of that, I still had some time left over. I knew taking on this challenge was going to be tough because I only had 12 hours to figure out animation, but I figured out that learning new things that you don't know how to do is going to take a lot of time. I also learned a lot of patience while failing a lot and watching tutorials. If you want to be good at something, you can't just rush into it. You'll have to fail a bunch and slowly learn more and more things. Although I will say my animations were made for just 12 hours, but I was able to put my foot in the door of animation and to see what it was like. If you want to join my Discord server, you can find it in the description. And if you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe. If you want to watch more videos on my channel, YouTube says you like this video here.